it's the Warhipster here, coming at you with another Contrast Plus painting tutorial for the Kharadron Overlords. Yes, we are back once more with the Null-Khemist, or Null-Khemist, depends on, you know, where you like your punctuation to sit. So, a massive thank you goes out to Games Workshop who sent me this one early to build up and paint with all of you, and, well, we are just going to jump in and we're going to start painting. So, our Null-Khemist has been primed in Grey Seer, and we're going to be painting him up today in the colours of Barak-Nar, and because we've done some Morghast stuff and I'm enjoying painting the Barak-Nar because it gets a chance to paint with one of my favourite paints, which is Barak-Nar Burgundy. And this is a base paint, so it is a Contrast Plus painting tutorial, but don't worry about it. So we're going to start with the Barak-Nar Burgundy, and we're going to apply this over top of all the areas we want to be, well, burgundy, and that is going to be the balloon, or dirigible, is what I think it's actually called, and we're going to be applying this over top of the kind of rudders at the back. If it does take two thin coats, that's okay. Just want to build up a nice strong colour of this Barak-Nar Burgundy before moving on. Just whilst we're waiting for all that Barak-Nar Burgundy to dry, what we're going to do is we're going to take some Black Legion and we're going to apply this over the top of the kind of undersuit, which is the arms and legs basically. We do actually have one soft cable on the other arm, and by soft cable I mean kind of like well, it's just a cable rather than a pipe. So with all that Black Legion applied, our Barak-Nar Burgundy should now be dry. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some Druchii Violet. I'm going to use this to shade this. And the reason we're doing this now is we don't want to get Druchii Violet all over the top of the fins, which, after we've painted them basically, because we've got those little kind of spars going across here, which are not going to be burgundy. They're going to be bone, which is what we're going to do shortly after this, once this is dry enough. So with that all done, now, this is going to shock you, I'm going to take some thins down Morghast Bone, another base paint, and we're going to apply this over the top of those kind of fins. The reason being is that this is just going to be quicker than correcting them with Grey Seer and then using Skeleton Horde. Now if you want to do that you can, but this is just going to be a quicker way to do it. So with that all done, what we're now going to do is we're going to take a lot of Retributor Armour and we're going to apply this over, well, pretty much everywhere, because we can re-layer on the other metallics when we get there. But it is mostly gold and brighter gold, so there's just a lot of that to go. So we'll get this on, and then once that's done we'll come back and we'll start applying some alternate metallics. So with all of that Retributor Armor now applied, we're now going to break it up, because he's a very, very, very shiny boy. And we're going to break it up using some thinned down Iron Warriors. And this is where we're going to apply it over the top of all of the areas such as the kind of skidoos here. We're going to apply this over the top of like the pipes and things in here. And the vents up here, for example. Just stuff like that. And this is one of those times where having the box art in front of you is going to be really very, very useful. So with that all done, there is actually some difference in the gold as well. There's another sort of layer of metallics that we're going to do. However, what we are in fact now going to do is we're going to shade all of the stuff that we've kind of done so far. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a roughly 1-to-1 mix of Lahmian Medium and Darkoath Flesh. I'm going to use this to shade all of our gold areas. Like so. You just want to get that kind of sort of lovely rosy colour in there. So with that all done, I keep missing it, even though it's right in the middle of the model. What we're going to do is we're going to take some Terradon Turquoise and we're going to apply this over the top of the window visor. Whilst we wait for that Terradon Turquoise to dry, we're going to take some Nuln Oil and we're going to apply this over the top of all the silver and over the top of all the black. And so with that all done, we're then going to take some black Templar and we're going to apply this over the top of the window. But what we're going to do is we're going to just get it down to around about there. Wash the brush. Touch off the water. And we're just going to blend it. Like that. With that all done, our Null-Khemist, or Null-Khemist, is now what I would call a Warhipster battle ready. It's looking pretty good. However, we're not going to leave it there. No, we're going to take it to the next level by adding some layers and some highlights. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take some thinned down pink horror. I'm going to use this to highlight all the burgundy. So with all that pink horror applied, we're then going to take some thinned down Thunderhawk Blue. And we're going to use this to highlight the black bodysuit. So with that all done, we're then going to take a tiny little dot of Fenrisian Grey. I'm going to use this on the sharpest points of the black. And so with that all done, we're now going to take some thinned down Screaming Skull. I'm going to use this to highlight Morghast Bone areas. So with that all done, we're now going to work on those metallics once more. I'm going to return to some thinned down Retributor Armour. I'm going to use this to relayer all of our wide open areas of the gold. Now we are going to be creating a sort of third gold very shortly after this. For now, I just want to do this over the top of all of these sort of really wide details, just avoiding any of the deepest, darkest recesses. So with all that Retributor Armor reapplied, we're then going to take some thinned down Liberator Gold. And we're going to use this to relayer any large spherical bits. And so with that all done, we're then going to take some thinned down Canoptek Alloy. We're going to use this to highlight all of this gold. It's going to take a little while. Once it's done, it'll be nice and bright and shiny. So with that all done, we're then going to take some thinned down Ironbreaker. I'm going to use this to highlight all the silver. So with that all done, there's just a couple of things left to do. One of which is to take some thinned down Sybarite Green. And we're going to apply a couple of little lines going across the middle of this viewport. Just two. So that sort of thing. And with that Sybarite Green all applied, we then take a tiny little dot of Gauss Blaster Green. I'm going to apply this just as a little spot highlight. And so with that all done, we're then going to take three colours, Frostheart, Blood Angel's Red and Warp Lightning. I'm I'm going to use this over top of any remaining kind of, well, little lenses and things like that. And there we have it, with the base now complete in the same style as the rest of my Kharadron Overlords. Our Null-Khemist is now finished. And I really like this model. I think it's, well, it's very heavy, you know, for starters. It just it feels like it shouldn't be able to fly, but I really love the kind of finish we've managed to get on those metallics as we've kind of just layered up different kind of brightnesses of gold. And I think it looks absolutely spectacular to me, to be honest. If you enjoyed this video, you love the channel, and you'd like to support me further, you absolutely can do so by heading to patreon.com/warhipster, just like all of these wonderful, amazing people have done. And alternatively, you could become a YouTube channel member by clicking on the join button below, exactly like these fabulous folks have done, scrolling up on the screen before you. There are so many of you out there that it really takes my breath away, and I cannot thank you enough for everything you do, as without you I wouldn't be able to keep making these Contrast Plus videos. And if you really like this video and you want to send me a little thanks, just click on the thanks button just below this video. Don't forget to share it, like it, comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and to make sure you stay up to date, don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Happy wargaming.